Hello and welcome back to StoneBlock 4. Today we'll be doing something a little bit different, and that is, well, we need to feed ourselves. We need lots of food, so that means we don't want to go into the kitchen and do it ourselves. No, we want to make food the automatic way. So we're going to try to automate this cooking pot over here, right there. And we're going to explore doing that. So I haven't done this before, so that means we're probably going to run into issues as usual. So first of all, let's get the cooking pot out of here. And we're going to convert this cooking pot into like a very modern day, I don't know, automated cooking pot and everything. So yeah, it's not going to be tech or anything. It's probably going to be like magic and stuff. And the reason why we need to do that is because we're going to explore making the Awakened Draconian blocks. And in order to do that, we need the dragon hearts and everything. And we need more life stones. And in order to get the life stones, we need the body stone. And in order to get the body stone, we need to go through the cooking pot. Because of course we do. And well, why do we need to do it a special way instead of just like, I don't know, piping stuff in? Because this particular recipe has cooked bacon in all four of these slots. So that means if you pipe it in, it's going to stack on one slot only, and it's not going to be a valid recipe. So that sucks. Maybe they did it intentionally or something like that, just to spite us and stuff. It's bad enough that we had to make a dragon heart and everything like that. They had to introduce, oh, you want to make a body stone. Well, not only that you need to make the hamburger and the red matter, you got to go through this in order to do that. Well, you could make it manual if you want to, just put it in there and make the body stone. Done deal, right? Well, what about the rest of the food? We want to automate that, right? But you want to automate the body stone, you got to do it a different way. Since we are dealing with putting items in specific slots, you could go the super factory manager way, but you know, that's not my thing. So we gotta try something else. So that means we're gonna try out this Wixie's cooking pot from Starbunko Mania. There's an add-on mod for Ars Nouveau, and we want to see. And it also has a Wixie's cutting board. Look at this. We can cut up the pork for the bacon too. So yeah, let's go ahead and try to work it out. Anyway, we're gonna go to the spawn point. And we're going to get a couple of Wixie charms. And it's right here. And you can right-click the cooking pot and the cutting board in order to convert that into the Wixie versions of it. And yes, you can make the Wixie charm if you want to do that. You know, sapling, emeralds, crafting table, and a brewing stand, and also a Wixie token. But of course, you need some witches. So it's like, okay, I'm not going to bother trying to get the witches and everything like that. I'm just going to buy it. So yeah. Who's selling this right now? Echo the Wayfinder. All right, let's go all the way over there and just buy a couple of Wixie charms here. Okay, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll got like 4 of these guys. Okay, anything more interesting here that we can get? Silver. Why the heck are you selling silver? Okay. Free runners. Rainbow oak sapling. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so first things first, we're going to get a couple of source jars here. There we go. And then we're going to get rid of this thing because we need the extra room now. And let me get a cardboard box so I don't have to remake the campfire. Get rid of this thing. And then I'll move it in the corner or something. Here you go. Alright, great. And then probably gonna get rid of these dirt chests finally. That looked good, those did. And these crystal barrels, okay. Alright, wonderful. I mean, we got power over here, so that's wonderful. I'll get rid of this thing. Alright, great. And then I might move the cable. Let me see. I'll move it up here. Okay, give me this. They're right back up there. Alright, great. Bunch of room to play around in. Hopefully, that's enough room. Alright, so since we're going to drag some recipes out here, we are going to drag another AE2 cable to over there. So let's try to work that out. Alright, the cable is over here. So let's go that direction and go over here. Okay, let me see. Should be like over here somewhere like that. Or maybe we'll put it like right there. What's under here? Oh, that guy? Oh, okay. All right. That guy has to move now. I'm invoking eminent domain. All right, there we go. Okay, let's see. The cable is like right down there. Okay, you're going away. You can be over here, next to the fire, where he's comfortable, you know. He is a pyro after all. Alright, there we go. And that is dense cable. Get some smart cables out of here. Alright, great. Alright, there we go. Alright, now that we got this thing, we could put an interface down. I'm not quite sure yet. Or maybe just a pattern provider, you know. We are trying to autocraft after all. So let me get one of these out of here. And put that right down there. Alright, cool. We might also need some kind of like a chest or something. Maybe something vanilla or whatever. But let me get... let's see, let me put this away. Or maybe just put it back down here. Alright, great. Alright, so here's the cooking pot. I'm not quite sure if you need to put that above the fire. I'm guessing you do. So, yeah, I'm gonna put it back on the fire. You know, it'll look nicer like that. Alright, cool. And flint and steel. And there we go. Nice. Okay. And we're gonna put our Wixie charms down. Eh. There we go. Nice. What is the Wixie cooking? Body stones. Alright, there's our Wixie. And she's gonna cook for us. So, we're gonna need to figure that part out. So, we're gonna get a couple of pedestals. And that is right there, arcane pedestals. Make a recipe for that one. Alright, do that. And do that. Okay, we got 8 of them. And if I place down a pedestal, let's say right there, and I put some kind of item on it, it's gonna want to craft that particular item with the cooking pot. So, let's see, if you mouse over it, says no valid craft nearby, 0 bound inventory, source needed. Okay, so good thing it tells us these things, you know, otherwise we won't know what's going on. Okay, so we're gonna put the source jar like right there, and if you mouse over it, it'll say it has source. Well, won't say it has source. It just says, well, it won't say that source is needed. Alright, let's get the Dominion one right here, and we'll link the splitter from here. And then we'll fill up this jar. Alright, cool. Alright, so next, let's try to make a regular old-ass recipe with the cooking pot. And, does this thing have any... No, it does not. Okay. Cooking pot. We'll put that on the list. And we'll press U on this thing. Okay, now let's see what's easy here. Mushroom soup? Okay, I guess that's the easiest to go to, right? Let's see, potatoes, carrots, chicken and cabbage. Oh, chicken soup. All right, let's go ahead and give that a go. How much chicken do we have? We have 8477. How about the cabbage? 32,000. Carrots, 173,000. And potatoes, 170k. Okay. Now, how about the bowls? Can we make the bowls? Okay, yeah, we can make the bowls. No problem. Okay, let's go ahead and make a recipe for that one. Do a cooking pot thing and do this. Now, I'm wondering why it doesn't put like the wooden bowls in there. Why wouldn't you want to put the wooden bowls in there? Okay, I'm putting the wooden bowls in there. What the frick? Alright, here you go. Alright, there we go. And we're gonna go over here. Now, it says 2 carrots. Does that put it in the same slot? 2 carrots in there. Oh, that might put it in the same slot. So we're gonna have to change that. So let me put that back over here. Decrease that by 1. And we'll put a potato in there. There we go. Variety, you know? You gotta have some potatoes in it. Okay, we'll put that in here. And then we're just gonna lock it. We're gonna lock the crafting. Just in case, you know? You never know when shenanigans will happen and it just not work. Alright, so we got the pattern provider going. We're going to get a chest out here. A regular old-ass vanilla chest. This is for high compatibility. It might work with sophisticated, but I believe vanilla chest would do. Alright, so we're going to take out the menu one. I'm going to right-click the cooking pot, I'm guessing, and then we can do this, right? 0 bound inventories. Oh, okay, here. Do this. Yeah, okay, there we go. 1 bounded inventories. So that means the Wixie can take stuff from the chest and use it in order to craft things. But since there's nothing in it, it's not going to do anything. And we also don't have anything on this particular pedestals right there. But we're going to test out the autocraft first. So we're going to go into chicken soup right there, even though that we have 6 of it in here. And I'm going to send it into the chest. There you go. There's our items right there. And it's not grabbing it, so we're going to have to grab it ourselves and make our first chicken stew. So I know recipe is not found. I can't even use this thing manually. Oh, okay. Alright, put it back in there. Sheesh. Let's get our existing chicken soup. And we'll put it on the pedestals right there. Yeah? Oh, look at it go. Yeah. Oh, it just drops it. Okay, alright. It just drops it on the floor. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, put that back in. And I'll turn my magnet off and see what happens. Alright, we'll make it again. Oh, it's not making it because it's locked. Okay, here, cancel it. Okay, give me that. No, put it back in. Well, I canceled it anyway, or whatever. Here, just reset this thing. There we go. And then we'll do it again. Yeah, it just drops it on the floor. Okay, alright. We'll get an item collector here. There we go. And then we are... let's see. How the heck are we gonna do this? Maybe a filter thing? Yeah, we'll do a filter thing. I mean, how many damn recipes are we gonna make anyway? Right? Okay, render. Alright, there we go. And then we're gonna do this. Okay, turn that one off. And we're going to make some kind of filter thing. Okay, import. Do that. And then, how about the extended one? Let me see the extended one. We might have, like, even more recipes in there. Yeah, there we go. Nice. More slots. Okay, storage bus. And then quartz fiber. All right, there we go. Nice. And then we can put the chicken soup like right there, so it doesn't take all the other ingredients out. All right, let's test it again. Hold on. I think, oh. Alright, there we go. And I also need a demagnetizer. Put that somewhere around here. Let's see. We'll put it on the ground. Then again, it could, like, go over there. You put it on top? Yeah. Alright, that doesn't go to the ground, though. Hold on. I click that. Yeah, that's better. Okay, cool. Alright, make another one. There we go. That works. Nice. You just automate the cooking part. Alright, so let's go ahead and try out the body stone recipe, which is right there. Right there. That's the recipe there. But, of course, there's other things that we need to make. So, such as the hamburger. And then we need to figure out the beef patty right there. And in order to get that, you need the mixed meat. And that means we need to automate the cutting board. So, cool. Let's get a cutting board. And we do have a cutting board right here. So, we're going to use that one. Now, let's see. How the heck are we going to do this one? Okay, let's put it on something nice, I guess. Let me put it on maybe a nice looking log, you know. Maybe one of the archwoods, like right there. And maybe we'll put it like right there. And put the cutting board on top of it. And we're going to use another Wixie on it. Not literally on it. Just shift right click it. There we go. Nice. And look at that. The yellow edges matches the flashing stuff on the archwood. Alright, there's our other Wixies. So if you mouse over it, it says 0 bound inventories. I don't think it requires source because when I mouse over it, okay, maybe it does because this one might be close enough. Okay, so we have our Wixie cutting board. And we're going to need some kind of pork here. So that means we're going to hook up another pattern provider. Just keep things separate, you know. I'm going to get one of these things out here. And we don't have to worry about channels. You have like freaking 32 channels in this damn thing. So, cool. Let's see. I might have to clean up these cables later. Alright, let's see. We're going to put one like right there. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, we got a pattern provider here. And we're trying to make minced meat here. So that means we're going to need a recipe for that one. Alright, do that. And then we're going to do this. We're going to get rid of the knife because I don't think that's necessary. I'm not quite sure. But we'll see. We'll see. How much raw beef do we have in here? Beef. 141k. Okay, cool. Alright. That right there. We'll get another chest. And we're gonna put it right there. Alright, cool. Let me get a Dominion wand. And let's see, which one's first? This one? Okay. There we go. Inventory bound. Okay, cool. And we'll get another arcane pedestals. And then, can I just put it like right there and it'll work? Okay, we'll see about that. E. Alright, we're gonna have to make that first. So let me get a couple of that thing. And let's see, cutting board. Can I just use this cutting board? No? Come on, I just can't use this manually? Alright, fine. Here, make another one. There we go. Okay, knife. Do one of these things. Now put it back over there. Alright, there we go. Now put that on the pedestals. Alright, cool. Okay, give me that. We are going to lock the crafting as usual, just to make sure. Beef. Yeah, it's probably going to throw it on the ground too. Here, make another one here. Oh, look at that, it's going. Oh, it's just, yeah, this is going to get tossed on the ground, sheesh. And the item collector collects it up anyway. And it's just going to remain in the chest. Okay, great. Uh-huh. Right. Yeah, that's not going to work. Maybe we'll have to move it further away. Okay, fine. Here, let me get this. And then we'll put it back in there. Alright, cool. Now, what's the render area for this? Right there, huh? Okay. Maybe we'll move it further away. Well, we're going to have to move the pyro again. Give me that. Give me that one. Okay. And where the heck are we going to move the pyro? Okay, we'll move it. We'll move it over here. There we go. All right, cool. Okay, so I'm guessing the chest can move over there. Okay, put that over here. That back in here. Put the chest right there. Okay, give me this. Then give me that. I'm going to reset this. There we go. Give me this. And then we'll move it all the way back over here. Move just a little bit further away. There we go. Alright. Put that right there. Give me this. Okay, give me the pedestal. Okay, cool. Okay, give me the minced beef. We'll put it on the pedestals there. We're probably going to need to put even more pedestals around it. Alright, cool. Go ahead and do that again. And there you go. Right on the ground, as usual. Alright, we're going to need our item collector. Okay, render that. Alright, that should be efficient. Turn that one off. And we'll have to bring all this stuff back in. Oh, these are... Give me that. Alright, cool. And this one will have minced beef. There you go. Nice. Alright, let's test this again. And is that locked or anything? Okay, let's bring this back in. There you go. Alright, do it again. Nice. Alright, that works. Cool. And I'm guessing that source jar is far enough away. And close enough to this thing. Alright, cool. We did it. Alright, let's turn this one off. And next, we won't have to deal with the pork. So we're going to put another pedestal like right there. And we're going to make bacon. Bacon. Okay. Get the pork out here. Give me this. Put that in the pedestals there. And then we are going to make a recipe for this one. I'm going to put that into here. And then this one will get on the whitelist. And there we go. All right. Bacon. Bacon. Nice. That works. All right. Wonderful. All right. Next, we are going to try out the body stone. So we're going to put that over here. But we're going to have to make it first. So that means we have to make like another cooking pot and do it ourselves. So yeah, let's make another cooking pot here. Alright, let's see, where the heck are we gonna put this one? Well, we'll put it over here. Next to the pyro. Because he likes fire. Hang on, this is nether wart. Okay, put that right there. And there we go. Alright, so in order to make the body stone, we're going to need the blank slate, a hamburger of all things, a red matter, and cooked bacon. Okay, let's go ahead and automate the hamburger if we can. Okay, so the hamburger is what? Oh, that's just this? Okay, cool. The beef patty thing, okay. Alright, beef patty. Nope, hold on. I'm gonna do this. Alright, there we go. And put that in the furnace. Alright, next is the hamburger. There we go. Now, do we have all those ingredients? Tomatoes? Alright, great. Onions? What do you mean we don't have any onions? What the heck? Wild onions. Okay, hold on. We need to get onions somehow. Farmer's Delight, okay. Oh. Okay. Now, is that the only way you get that? Can I get the seeds out of that thing? Okay, let us try. Okay, let me get this. That over there. Do that. Did I get any seeds from that? I got this. Can I do this? No? Oh boy, okay. Alright, I'm guessing we have to go for the cutting board in order to do that. We don't have seeds for this. I didn't even think that there are seeds for this. Is there, like... Onions. I don't see any seeds on here, so yeah. Alright, let's see. Wild onions. We're gonna put that at the farm. And let the whirly sprigs do their thing. There you go. Here's some wild onions. Give me lots of onions. There you go. Nice. And then from this, I'm guessing we can put that in the list, but I'm not quite sure yet. What will that even get us? Okay, we'll see. If anything, we might want to like bone meal a couple of these things just to make sure we have enough of it. All right, let me get the hole out. This one is okay. That will work. All right, cool. Okay, put that back in there. All right, did you guess any onions yet? I'm guessing no. All right, that might take a while. All right, put this back in there. And then we're going to make the onions. So we're going to put down another cutting board like so. And then this is that one and this one. So when you cut it, you get this one. Okay. Here, do this. And then we're going to make a recipe for the onions. And do that. And of course, we got like a whole bunch of dice here. Get rid of that. Okay, put that right there. And then on the white list, I get onions and a couple of these dice. I'm gonna drag that into here, and into here. Okay, great. All right, nice. Okay, let's go ahead and make the onions. Nice. Cool. Anything left in the box? Okay, we're good. We're good. All right, so there's our onions right there. And then we have everything that's needed. Maybe except the bread. Let me see. Let me see if we have a recipe of bread. Okay, we do not. Okay, go ahead and make this one. And put that on the list there. And now we're gonna need a recipe for the burger. And did I already make the hamburger? Oh, okay, I did. I'll put that right there. All right, great. All right, we got the burger. Nice. Let's go ahead and make this one. And there we go. We got the burger. All right. Now, do we have a recipe for the red matter? Yes, we do. Okay, make one of these. Alright, give me that one. And go back to the body stone here. We're going to need the blank slate. So, yeah. Back lift, deep slate. Okay. Blank slate. Okay, let's make a recipe for that one. And we're going to need 350 degrees. A bit of power there. Let's see, that particular upgrade. The maglet lift. And the deep slate, okay. Okay, make a recipe for this one. What the heck is this thing? Block casting and super cooler. Let's see, lava and double compressed basalt. Okay, do we even have basalt? Basalt. Oh, 32K, haha. Alright, cool. Alright, we're gonna need another super cooler. Alright, let me get this thing. And that one is... Oh, okay. Make a recipe for this one. Put that right there. Slow melter, and the super cooler. Okay. Alright, let's make one of these. Alright, give me that. We're gonna put that upstairs along with the other machines, so give me this thing. All right, let's see. Going to need a pattern provider. Give me this thing. And put that right there. And we'll put down the super cooler. Okay, got some power there. We're going to put in the recipe. That is lava and the relevant ingredients there. Okay, do that. 1 bucket of lava and double compressed basalt. Give me this one. And then we're going to have to deal with the double compressed basalt. And the compressed basalt. Even though there are other ways in order to make compressed stuff, but we're going to do it this way because it's time saving. All right, put that right there. Put that right there. Okay. All right, put that there. All right, that should do it. Let's go ahead and try it. Wait a second. What was that? Oh, for frick's sake, lava. Stop taking all my lava. You have plenty of lava. Just use the one from the bottom. Sheesh, ridiculous. All right, there we go. You have to do something about that. All right, there we go. And of course, we gotta like take it out ourselves, which is ridiculous. All right, do that. There we go. Nice. Megalolift. Alright, so now, I think we can handle the, whatchamacallit, the blank slate thing. Blank slate. Okay, go back to here. Blank slate. Can be that thing. And we'll put that right there. Alright, nice. I mean, we already have one blank slate in it, so we gotta test it out, you know. There we go. Nice, it works. Alright, now that we have the blank slate, we can go over here. And then we can attempt to make the recipe now. So let's see, that is the body stone. So let's make a recipe for this one. There we go. And that makes like, what? That makes 2? What the heck? Really? That makes 2? No, it doesn't. It just makes 1. What the heck? Okay, weird. Because it gets placed in the pot, and then it goes down here. And then you serve it on the blank slate, you know? So yeah, let's get rid of that thing, because it's just only 1. There we go. And we're going to drag the blank slate. But first, this is what? Cooked bacon? Oh yeah, we got to deal with the cooked bacon. Okay, yeah. Let's move this down there. Because you want the blank slate to go in first. So it can probably like go in the right slot. Maybe. And we'll put the bacon like last or something. There we go. 4. Alright. Alright, so this one is for the body stone, so we'll put that in here. There we go. Alright, cool. Now, we need to deal with the cooked bacon. Do this. At the furnace. Okay. Alright, we're ready to test this thing. But first, do I have like an extra body stone? I don't, do I? Okay. We're gonna have to attempt to do that one. I already have a burger, so let's make another. Okay, we have the red matter here. Let me get the bacon. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's attempt to put the bacon, like all of it, in here and see what happens. See if that actually works, you know. It probably won't, though. Okay, red matter and the burger, and we're gonna get a slate. Okay, give me that. And put that right there. Yeah, see? It doesn't work. If it gets stacked, then good luck with that. It won't work that way. There you go. 1 body stone, not 2. Okay, we can use this particular body stone. And we'll put it on the pedestal right here. There you go. Nice. Alright, we got the body stone right there. Alright, well, we'll put the cooked bacon back in there. It's just one more step there. Okay, so let's go ahead and make the body stone. And onions, what the heck, man? Onions is right there, though. It's right there. You can make it. Okay, let's see. That's connected. Uh-huh. That's connected to that thing. Okay, hold on. Let me see onions here. What do you mean it's not on the list? What the heck? Okay, hold on. Let me see. That one is connected to that one. Oh, wait. That's not connected. Hold on. Let me get down there. Oh, that's when I rotated it. Hold on. Can I, Oh, stop that. Okay, there we go. Okay, there it is. Alright, body stone. Go ahead and make one. To get the red matter out of the way first. What did I pick up? Frick. Alright, hold on. Here, do that. Alright, it's making it. It's making it. Yeah, there we go. And then we need to put that on the white list. So then put the body stone right there. Yeah, there we go. Body stone. Nice. Alright, we automate the cooking pot. Very nice. Of course, it is several steps, by the way. Alright, there we go. Let me get another D-mag. And then, we'll put that right on top of here, maybe? Or maybe we'll put that, like... I don't know, we'll put it, like, right there. Alright, there we go. That should work. Alright, so let's take a look at the life stone. Okay, that's the life stone right there. But we're going to need a soul stone for that first. And of course, it's going to require all of this stuff in order to do that. And a whole bunch of hearts and stuff. So, yeah. I mean, it's easy peasy. So, we're going to have to set a couple of recipes here. Let's do this. Do that. And we're going to need the glistening melon slice. We're going to do that. That there. And put that there. Soul stone. Make that one. It's probably going to take a while, so let's go back to here. And then we're going to make the life stone. Okay, do that. Recipe for that. And it's easy as combining both of them together. And there we go. There's the life stone. Now, of course, this isn't just for looks, you know. You can use all 3 of the stones for something, you know. So the soul stone keeps you fed. Keeps your hunger bar up there. And the body stone, that heals you. So, cool. And then, the soul stone, no, I mean the life stone, does both of them at the same time. And if you're going to keep that in your slot, your curio slot or something, you're going to have some kind of EMC in order to power the damn thing. So that means you're going to have to make a Klein star and everything. So that'll come a little bit later, you know. A little bit later. Alright, is that done? Okay, that's done. Stone. Okay, we got the body stone. And we should have something here. Okay, we have the soul stone there. And then we can make a lifestone like that. There we go. A lifestone. Nice. But of course, we're going to use the lifestone to make the next dragon heart. So, cool. And, of course, something else that we have not gotten renewable resources for, and that is for the fiery blood vial, or blood bottles, or whatever you call that. You're supposed to get that from the Hydra and stuff. So, if you can get the Hydra data model, which is a loot thing, by the way, and you can also buy it from the shop, but let me see if it's actually there. There's the phantom data model. So if you click like any sort of data model, it'll just like go to the shop anyway. It's like, here's this thing, but it's not specifically there anyway. You know, you can probably get it from loot thing, maybe. I'm not quite sure. Is it even on the list? I don't even see it on the list, so you probably can't get it anyway. Alright, so that means we have to keep going back to that place with all the cataclysm mobs with the trial spawner that drops it. And you might want to farm a couple of bottles of that. There it is. There's the place. We'll go right there. Gimme. Okay. That in there. Hydra trophy. Ooh, a fire gem. Okay, put that in there. Hey, where are my bottles? What the heck? Sheesh. What a rip. They're going here? No. Okay, well, they're supposed to, like, drop it from the trial spawner, so... Alright, so cool. How many bottles do we even have left? Like 32. Maybe I did put it in there. I don't know. So, yeah. Just keep coming back here. Just get more fiery bottles and everything like that. But let me take a second look here. Is that the only way to get it? Entity drops. Alright, I guess so. Alright, fine. I just spawned it. Can I make this one then? No? Okay. Alright. Cool. Alright, so there we go. We kind of automate the cooking pot there. If you want to do it like the super factory manager way, if you're into that, then you can go ahead and do that. There we go, put that in there. So, wrong section. Yeah, so if you want to automate this with Wixies, go right ahead. Or if you want to do a super factory manager, you can do that too. If you find some other way, you can do that too. But, you know, these are the options that I found so far, so cool. Other things that you would use with the cooking pot is to make all the foods that is good for the Spice of Life Carrot Edition, you know. Wonder if I can get that book out of here. Spice, did I not make that book? There it is. So if you go in here, 49 out of 175 foods tasted. So the further and further you go up, the more foods that you need to taste in order to gain those hearts. So you can gain like 16 out of 16 hearts, and I got like 7 out of 16. So it's gonna be a little while before I can get back up there. But look at all the foods that I tasted so far, and there's plenty of other foods that you can taste, you know. So cool. So the cooking pot can unlock that for you, you know. Make all the foods that you want to do. Of course, you're gonna have to like swap out the foods out of this pedestal and everything. And you're probably gonna need a whole bunch of other pedestals and more Wixies for you to automate. So, alright. So anyway, this has been another episode of StoneBlock 4. I've been FTB, and I'll see you next time.